Hello and welcome to Grimdark Gains. Today we will be doing a podcast on reasons to lift. So, what do you think? What is your personal favorite reason to lift, Alex, before we get into this?
Oh, personal favorite before we jump in. Whoa, that's dang. You're opening with a hard one because there's so many good ones. I think if I had to pick one reason, it's for mental health.
Alright.
And it's like so close with a bunch of other ones. But like, I'm thinking if I had to pick a reason that's going to keep me lifting the rest of my life, eventually I'm not going to care how I'm going to look like, right? Eventually, hopefully I'm married, my wife is happy with whatnot, and I'm just there for longevity. And I think the biggest benefit is mental health, if I had to pick one. But it's close. How about you?
Probably just to live longer and be healthy and be there for my future kids and whatnot. Yeah. But let's not spoil it too much. Let's get into it. First one I have right here is to get better at a sport. And I think this depends a lot. If it's a professional sport, it fits your job. I think it's a pretty good reason. If it's like a pastime hobby, I think it's an okay reason. If it's a passion of yours, then I think it's a great reason.
How are we ranking this? Are we ranking this for everyone or for ourselves?
For everyone. I think for everyone, yeah.
Okay.
Personally, I think this would just be in C or B tier.
Are we doing lifting or exercise in general? Or like resistance training?
Lifting and exercise. So, exercise in general, but mostly lifting.
Okay, mostly lifting. Got it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I would say...
It's like your prime motivator for doing it.
For going to the gym. Get better at sport prime motivator. Yeah, you said which tier do you think?
I think B or C, personally. I think it's a pretty good reason, especially if it's your profession. If you just want to get good at like a hobby sport, though, it's not really as good of a reason, and it might not always last.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think honestly I'll put it in a C tier because I think to get better at sport, you just do more of that sport, right? Yeah. Unless you're like running, like if your goal is to get better at marathon running, you probably don't need to lift at all.
Yeah.
Right. If your goal is to get better at soccer, maybe a little bit, but yeah, I would say it's pretty low. I mean, if you're doing like powerlifting or Olympic lifting, that is the sport. But yeah, I'll put it C just because there's so many sports and so many of them are focused on cardio.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think yes, C tier.
I like that. Next one, how about to prove the haters wrong?
That's good. What do you mean by that?
I mean, that's all I really mean is like people got you down. People don't think you can do it, but you're gonna prove them wrong. You're gonna show them that you are gonna be a jacked guy. You're gonna be epic and huge. I personally think this is an F tier, and there's no F tier on this list. Wow, so it's E tier, I guess. Forgive me for the bad list template.
Dang, E tier.
I think this is an F tier reason. I'm gonna add that real quick. It's added text.
Sure. I'll talk while you do that. Yeah, I don't think for me, I personally wouldn't put it as the bottom reason because I think, especially when you're young, that's what gets you in the gym, right? A lot of yeah, there's a big F, nice. That's what gets a lot of young people in the gym. Yeah. So I think it motivates a lot of people. I mean, I part of the reason I started lifting is because like bullying when I was younger and I was a fat kid. So I'm like, I'm going to show them wrong. None of those people are in my life anymore, right? So I'm definitely not going to the gym because of that reason. But I think it got me there to start with. Yeah. So I was honestly gonna say like a C tier, but because you were so harsh and put the F tier, I think we can. I mean, I'm okay with splitting difference.
Yeah, fair. It's not a horrible reason to get in the gym,
right?
I guess
it's not gonna keep you going.
It's not a good thing to keep lifting, though.
Yeah, I would put it in like honestly, yeah, D or even an F tier.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm taking the mile from the inch.
You can take that one. You can because it's not going to keep you going to the gym.
Yeah. All right. How about to be more confident and capable?
Ooh, that's a great reason. I especially for men, boy, like you just walk with a straighter back. You just lead people better. You are more confident, a better stride. People actually follow you. I feel like if you are a person who has a discipline to go to the gym and get stronger and keep pushing, even if you don't feel like it. I would put an S tier. Not gonna lie.
I can respect that. I think it's like slightly below something like longevity and being healthy and mental health, but it is kind of similar. It's kind of a mix of those things anyways. So I could accept S tier. I would personally say A tier, but I could accept S tier.
I'm okay. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with an A tier.
Yeah.
We can see.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I like that enough. All right. How about to look like your favorite Warhammer character?
What's your favorite Warhammer character?
That's such a hard question to answer. I love a lot of characters, but
just one of your favorites.
Probably Aunshi, the Tau Ethereal. Sure. Right here, he has crazy abs. By the way, he's pretty jacked. He's probably one of my favorite characters. And Nemesis Andrek of the Necrons. There's a lot. I got a lot of favorites, but
fair enough.
Yeah,
fair enough.
I think this is a great motivator. Personally, I don't know if it's the best reason to be lifting, but it'll get you in the gym. It's a great thing to be motivated by. So I think, I think this is a C or D. Honestly, it gets you into the gym certainly, but it might not keep you going. And also, like, pride is not the best thing to get motivation from at the end of the day. Just like looking really good.
Yeah, I'll put in D tier as well. I mean, my favorite character is Felix Jaeger. He's just a human. I mean, I'm sure he's very athletic and ripped, right? He's described as quite like lanky and fit.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good motivation, but I think it's even a worse motivation than a real person motivating you, because you have an excuse. Oh, it's a fictional character, right? I'm never going to look like that. Versus like if you look up to somebody on social media, they might use the best lighting, yada yada yada, but at least they're a real person.
Yeah, I like that. I want to look like Gotrek. I'd love to look like Gotrek. I'd have to do a lot of steroids. I would have to do a lot of steroids. But man, would I look good?
Yeah, you would.
All right, that's going right in D tier. All right, next one. And watchers, forgive us that this is a pretty jank setup, but it's all we can muster for now. The tier list website is horrendous and has 1 billion ads on it, so just allow it. All right. Well, right here we got have an excuse not to paint miniatures. I personally think this is S tier. This is a wonderful reason to lift.
Okay. Oh, that's funny. I mean, if people ask you why is your army not painted, and you're like, well, because I'm jacked. I don't know. It's a pretty darn good reason.
That's what I'm saying.
I would put it. I mean, if we're trying to be real, it's not a good reason. But if we're trying to make a meme out of it, it's definitely an S tier. I think
we're gonna put it over an S tier. It's F tier. It really is F tier, but it's funny. It's an
funny.
S tier
Let's
for
put
the
it
meme right now.
Right, I like it.
All right. So you were talking about this before. This is for mental health or to make the voices go away. Lift big rock, make head voice go away. You know.
Yeah.
I think this is an S tier for you, obviously.
Yeah, I would put an S tier. This is the only one we have for mental health. Right? Yeah. I mean, if this is mental health, and I mean, I think I mentioned this before, but we have research that shows that exercise is very, very good, like as good as some medication for mental health conditions like anxiety and depression. And resistance training is the best form of exercise out of all exercise for mental health. So I would put an S tier for sure.
All right. I think I agree with you. At the end of the day, it is really good for mental health, and it can't be your only solution to mental health though, because what if something happens and then you can't exercise? Then you're going to be in a really tough spot. But I can agree with you. I think it's an S tier.
I mean, as a primary driver, right? Like, especially if you are somebody who deals with mental health issues, which I feel like more and more people do. This is going to keep you going forever. Yeah. Like, hey, I'm just in a better mood and a happier person. You're just going to keep going to the gym because of that.
Yeah, I agree. Next on the list, to look like the guy or the girl on social media.
Okay. I mean, this is basically an upgrade, I think, from the Look Like Your Favorite Warhammer character.
Yeah.
So I think an upper D or lower C tier is fair. I don't think it's a good reason. Given that we have Better at Sport at C tier, I think I'll still put it at D tier because it is a worse reason. But at least if you understand that there's lighting there and there's a pump, you can still maybe look like them, right? At least they're human. They're not a 7-8 foot tall space marine.
Yeah, it's true. I also think it's a very bad reason to be lifting, but it's good to be motivated by other people and inspired. So there's nothing wrong with wanting to look like someone. Just don't expect to look like them. But you can try.
You might look better. You probably will look worse. Most people do not have genetics for bodybuilding. But no.
Let's say, how about to get chicks, or for the ladies and the viewers to get dudes.
F tier does not work. Nobody ever has gotten a chick by looking jacked. You will get all the dudes in the gym. You will get people you'll get guys, straight guys being totally gay with you in the comments. That's what you'll get. No, if we had get dudes, S tier, get chicks, F tier.
Yeah, I agree. It's an F tier reason at the end of the day. If you're trying to get girls, and like your main way to get girls is by looking good, you're not going to get any girls worth getting. And it goes the same way for girls as well. If you're just trying to get a big butt so that you can get a boyfriend, you're not going to be attracting the right kind of man. A man or a woman will love you regardless of your looks. And at the end of the day, if you're a healthy individual and you put off that you're like a healthy, aura, I guess, that you take care of yourself in general, that's very attractive to the opposite sex. And that's really it. And girls are a lot less shallow than you might think they are. Men are actually more shallow than girls. Girls care a lot more about personality than physical traits. And the one who only care about physical traits are not the ones you want to be in a relationship with. So there's a little relationship advice for free with our tier list.
I recently shaved my mustache and I just put on the story. Sorry, ladies, the mustache had to go. No girl said anything, but I had a bunch of guys be like, "Daddy, why? Why are you doing this?" No.
Yep, you will get a lot of male attention as another man lifting at the gym. Girls don't care about big muscles very much at the end of the day, and it is just it's an F tier reason to lift. So. Most of them will be straight dudes. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, here's a better one. To improve your overall health, and this would include aging well and longevity, stuff like that. And I think this is the best reason to lift in general. It'll keep you going forever, literally. So until you die.
100%. Yeah. I mean, when you get, especially I think once you cross like 40 or kind of the midlife stage, you really don't care about getting abs. Like, they will be nice if you do, but what you really care about is being ache-free, joint pain-free, being capable, being strong, being off medication for the most part, right? Unless you have to be on something. So S tier for sure.
I think this is better than just mental health, personally. By not by a large margin, but by a margin.
Well, I think health, because if you don't particularly deal with mental health, like if you're generally just a pretty happy, content person, then improving your mental health is not going to keep going to the gym. Yeah. But improving overall health will. Yeah. So I see that reasoning.
All right. Yeah. All right. I'm pleased. I love this application. I love having to click on a million things. All right. How about to be better than other people? To be cooler and more jacked and stronger and more confident, to have more aura, to aura farm other people, as the kids say.
Right. Make sure you take your shirt off at the gym and get the best lighting and do this while grandmas are walking behind you. Yeah, no, that's definitely a good reason to keep going for sure.
You should mog all the dials, mog everyone.
Right. And then if you ever like don't get in good shape or you don't get the results you want, you'll just like be super depressed and unhappy about it. So yeah, no, I think and it keeps you going that way. Like, just hate yourself more and you get in better shape.
Bjork, brah, as this was saying.
No, yeah, it's all kidding. Obviously, it's
this is the
worst reason.
The absolutely bottom of
it's
of the list.
Lower than F tier. Yeah. It's not going to keep you going. You'll hate yourself. You will view others as less than, which is never a good thing. It's just a bad reason.
Yep. How about just simply to look fitter and more aesthetic? This is a bit of a lighter version of what we just talked about.
Man, I mean, honestly, like a B tier, I would say, because that's number one, it gets a lot of people going to the gym, right? So it's definitely a step. And if I'm honest, it also keeps a decent amount of people at the gym.
Yeah.
Right? I think there's nothing wrong with wanting to be in a fitter, more aesthetic shape. I would even be okay with putting it in a lower A tier or a higher B tier.
Interesting. I would like to put in B tier just because B tier is looking lonely. But
sure.
I think it is a pretty good reason. It's to get chicks and to look better is like why I got into the gym.
Sure.
It's a good reason to get into it. The only issue for a lot of people is it's hard to if you're going to the gym to look better, it's hard to ever look the way you want to. And some people will always want to look better and they'll never be satisfied. And it's not. And it's like, oh, don't never be satisfied with what you have. Always like strive to push further. But you can be satisfied with what you have and also strive to push further at the same time. Yep. It's not really how it works. Freaking, what's his name? In the Fulgrim book, one of the Remembrancers says perfection is not when you have more to add or something like that. Or perfection is when you have nothing less to add. It's when you have nothing less left to take away. And I think that's quite a good quote. You get to a point that you're happy with. There's nothing left that you need to get rid of, and that's like really what like striving for perfection could be. Although no one will ever be perfect, obviously, but still, I think it's a B tier. I think it is a pretty good reason. I think it can lead to mental health problems if you're not really capable of controlling that desire and urge to improve. But I think it's good, and looking good feels good at the end of the day.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're going to the gym, I think eventually you want to get in a better shape than when you started.
Yeah.
Right. Nobody goes to the gym and be like, 5 years later you're in worse shape, and you're like, oh, I'm very happy. Like, you're not going to feel good about yourself. But if you go to the gym and 5 years later maybe you made slight progress, doesn't matter. But as long as you're progressing in that direction, I think it's good. And for a lot of people, it's a hobby, right? I mean, a lot of people bodybuild as a hobby, and like, hey, my goal is to get bigger arms, bigger, legs, whatever it is.
Yeah, I agree.
Regardless of, they understand their worth doesn't come from it, but it's just a hobby they work on.
Yeah. To enjoy life more. I think this is a pretty great reason.
Yeah, I mean, S tier.
Yeah,
right?
There's really not much to say. If you're in better shape, if you're healthier, you'll be happier. Life will be easier to live in general. You won't be struggling to do a lot of things. I think it's S tier.
Yeah, for sure. The one thing I will say is if you are going to the gym and you're not big picture enjoying life more, you should change something about it. Yeah. Maybe how much you're training, maybe your mentality, maybe your diet, sleep. But if this whole health and fitness journey, including training, should be so you enjoy life more, not less.
Yeah, I agree. I very much agree. And the gym should not be the center of your life. It's very easy for that to happen, especially if you have fake jobs like Alex and I, where you can spend hours in the gym.
Yeah, 100%.
Or if you're in like high school, and when I was in high school, the gym was a big thing that I orbited around.
They can become an idol very quick.
Yeah,
and it's a pretty bad idol because eventually they recognize that you are not going to be the best at it.
Yeah, yep. if you get enjoyment from the gym though, and you like going to the gym every day, there's nothing wrong with that at all. If I was more irresponsible, I would go to the gym and lift every single day. But rest days are important, so yeah. All right. To be stronger.
I want to hear you first because I have a very strong opinion on it.
All right. It's a good reason. I think it's slightly better than to look fitter and more aesthetic. You can fall into the same trap of always wanting to be better and always wanting to be stronger and never being satisfied. But it's kind of a similar vein of improve your overall health, because if you're stronger, you'll generally be more healthy. But it's the same thing with bodybuilding. It can go too far. You can get obsessed with it. You can put your entire life into just getting stronger and make very unhealthy decisions so that you can get stronger. So I think it's A tier, personally.
Right on. Yeah, no, I agree. So, and I think it is a much better reason because it's much more objective, right? Looking fitter, I've had experience myself and my clients where like I've definitely made progress, but I don't feel like I've made progress because I freaking hate myself in that season or whatever. Body image issues. And same thing with my clients where they send me a picture of them making progress. I'm like, holy crap, you look jacked. You didn't look like this 3 months ago. And they're like, yeah, but I still have this. Like, shut up. You've made crazy progress. Be happy with it.
Yeah.
But if your goal is like, hey, I just want to get stronger, and there's so many ways to do it that like, if you hit a plateau in one direction, you could switch to something else, right? And if your goal is like, hey, every time I work out, I just want to get a little bit stronger.
Yep.
Big picture, right? Yeah, I think it's an A tier reason.
Yeah. Getting stronger is also easier than looking good, in my opinion, and it's more fun. It's very fun.
It is so much more fun, especially if you can let go of the aesthetics a little bit. It's so fun to just focus on getting stronger. You just feel so confident.
Yep, it's very nice. Last one is for your family. By this I mean to live longer for your family. So you can be strong if you want to protect your significant other. You want to be healthy into old age so you can play with your kids, play with your grandkids, and just because your family deserves a healthy, happy person. Simply put. I think it's S tier.
Yeah, I think it's S tier as well. One thing I will say is I would put it in a lower S tier because not everybody has a family.
Yep.
Right? So if you are a high school kid, right, it's not going to get you going to the gym. And it's very hard to like, well, I'm going to do it for future family. That's a good reason, 100%. But a lot of people don't have that long-term mentality, right?
That's true. Yep. That's very true.
Or if you have a bad family situation, all of a sudden, you might be like, oh man, no, I'm not going to work out because I don't want to be in this situation. So yeah, I think it's a good reason. I think it's a good reason for sure.
Are there any others that you think I missed?
To impress bros.
Yeah.
No, I think we're good. I think this is a good reason. Well, a lot of S tiers here. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good reasons to lift. To be honest. Yeah, I don't think I'd change anything on this. I'm pretty happy with this.
Yep.
To impress the bros is pretty similar to get chicks, but slightly better, I think, because it's just like a more community thing. But
right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, have you ever had workouts where you have like working out with a gym bro, and you're just like all of a sudden did 2 more reps than on your PR, and you're like, what's going on?
Working out with people.
I didn't know I had an ego like that.
Yeah, working out with a partner can be very beneficial. Just depends on what kind of thing it is, because some friends I work out with, our workouts take like 3 hours because we just talk the whole time. But as long as there's someone who's like into it, it does give me motivation to lift harder. But if it's someone who's just like casually lifts and they like don't really care that much, it doesn't enhance the workout. That's more of just a social thing. But
if you get to go into the gym, like bottom line, I think this is a really good tier list. But bottom line, whatever keeps you consistent and consistent long term, showing up to the gym, stick to that reason.
Yeah.
Chances are it's going to be reasons B through S, right? But if it's an F reason, and you're just like, hey, I just want to get chicks, and I believe that one day when I'm 60 years old and I got in this peak shape, I'll get chicks. Hey, if it keeps you going, sure.
Yeah. And if you're going to the gym, then we're happy.
Right.
Really.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Comment below if we missed any, or if you strongly disagree with us, or strongly agree, or anywhere in the middle. If you'd like to see more, go to grimdarkgains.com, where you can find our 8-week guide to nutrition and fitness for beginners, nerds, Warhammer players, all the same. We will have merch sooner or later, as you can see on Alex's pecs. You can find us on Instagram at grimdarkgains, or our personal Instagrams. Myself is Delos for the Dark Gods. Alex is fit_hammer. Until next time, stay Warhammer strong. Like and subscribe. We love you very much. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.